So my name is Mark Ritter, and I'm the CEO of a company called Member Business Financial Services. I just call it MBFS. And what we are is we're a company that's owned by credit unions, and we help out them with small business lending and commercial real estate lending. And I like to joke that I am the dullest, driest client that Interview Connections has. It's kind of a boring business, and I was very much more of a low key person, pretty even keeled. I'm not your wacky entrepreneur with some crazy origin story, trying to change this. So, and we were very heavy into doing webinars for our industry. And also, I did a lot of speaking engagements at conferences. And really, we about 5 years ago, we just felt like those were becoming less and less effective, and it was just a circular conversation with the same people. About almost 5 years ago, I investigated podcasts, guesting as a way to build our business, because the more loans we can bring in, loan prospects we can bring to our clients, the better our business is. And it has taken off like I could not believe. It is easily, I always say, it is the cheapest and most effective advertising that I get for the results that we have compared to going to conferences and advertising and internet. It's there is no comparison, because I have found that the shows live a long time. And also, I just, I'm running a company. Our company is about 55 people. So I just don't have time, expertise, skill set to be calling, pitching hosts, doing all of that. And even my marketing people don't have that. It's a very much a niche industry. And, a lot of times I first thought that when I got into this, bigger is better, which is the exact opposite. Um, I very much hope for targeted shows focused on my industry. And my salespeople and sales team say they can always know when a show drops, because that's when inquiries start coming in and everything's moving, and there's a definite call to action. And it's really those targeted shows in our industry that people react to. And it's very much a visible place. And coming on to, I worked with Jessica and Margie on myself, and kind of reviewing the strategy as I was a couple years into this. And then I became we I fought it tooth and nail with them, but I both have a personal brand website now, which I said this is the dumbest thing ever. And then I got I started my own podcast, and I told them when I got into this, the last thing I wanted to do is have another podcast. And it has gone incredibly for me. And what I have found is being a guest and having that universe, being a host, and also having that branding out there on LinkedIn, in MySpace, and also the personal website has really changed things, because people have I've never thought I would be this person, but people have developed kind of a parasocial relationship with our company and myself. Kind of like when you think this news person on TV or the person you listen to, you're like, oh, I know them. Well, it's very strange for me that that has developed and become me. And it's really kind of building that all different pieces of the bucket. And once you get it moving, it especially hosting and that brand website, it takes time and it takes consistency, and just keeping it going and moving it forward. The more you do it, it builds scale, and the easier it becomes. The first post that I did, I had all of the first guest that I did, I had all these notes laid all over the floor, my table, thinking, okay, I need to reference all this stuff. But it's really about you and people, and shows like what I sell and what we do is almost like third tier, people just like to have a conversation with people that are kind of interesting and enjoyable, and you have a couple anecdotes and you work with people. And that's what people want, especially in my business. People want to do business with other people.